What's up, YouTube? This is FourthStarTCG. No, I haven't been uploading a lot lately, but that is going to change. I got a channel update video coming up soon. Lots of great stuff, some TCBMs, yeah, just some all-around great stuff that's going to be coming up soon. So definitely stick around for that. But on to what we have for today, which is my third PSA submission video that I'm going to be doing. My first two were amazing, and I'm hoping that this one will be as epic as the last two, really due to just the amount of cards that I have that need to be graded. This submission is an extremely selective submission. I'm really only submitting cards that I believe have a chance of getting a 10. Yeah, so it's going to be fantastic to see these returns. I'm really hoping for some great returns here, and without further ado, I will get into the cards that I'm submitting. I believe I'm submitting 18 cards, and it's just under a regular bulk order. I'm paying $10 a card, which is a little high, but the specials have been really crap the past couple months. So yeah, I think I might sell some of my cards and do like one of those 50 card bulk submissions for the cards that I really don't want to pay a lot to submit. But yeah, enough talk. Here's the first card which I'm submitting, which is the most epic card in this submission. You guys might not have seen it on my channel, but it is Mega Rayquaza EX Full Art. Purchased this off of eBay, really hoping for a 10. You do not want to know what I paid for this card. I paid a ton of money. I really hated paying that much, but I just had to have this card. It's so epic. Just a beautiful, beautiful card, and I'm really hoping for a 10. This, and there's one other card. If all of my other ones get 9s or 8s, and this and another card that I'll tell you about gets a 10, I'll be satisfied. I mean, that is kind of an overstatement, but this and another card are ones that I'm really hoping for in 10s. So that's the first card, Mega Rayquaza EX Full Art. Now into a lot of these cards that are coming up right now are XY6 cards. The ultra rare VS Seeker that I pulled. My camera will focus in on it there. Very, very nice. Love the ultra rare texture pattern on this card. Incredibly shiny. VS Seeker is one of the most expensive cards in the set, probably either second or third after Mega Rayquaza Full Art and Shaymin EX Full Art. So there's the Ultra Rare VS Seeker. I did pull this myself, which was awesome. If you guys haven't seen my booster box number 1 of Emerald Break, go check it out. Next up, another card you guys probably haven't seen because I haven't done a BCBM for it. Hydreigon EX Full Art. I actually picked this up for just about $15 and really happy with the card condition. It actually came really fast. It was shipped from the US, which I like when I buy Japanese cards because just a little story for you guys. I ordered Mega Gallade EX Full Art and Mega Latios EX Full Art off of eBay right after I opened up all of my Emerald Break booster boxes the first day I got them, and they still haven't arrived, which is really crazy because I even ordered Mega Rayquaza from the same seller, and that has arrived, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing with that. Next card, first edition Lugia EX Full Art. Very nice. These cards are hard to come by in good mint condition and first edition as well, which this card is. So hoping for a 10 on this would be really epic. To get this card in a 10, don't think you guys have seen that one either. Yeah, I have had a lot of BCBMs come in that I just haven't had time to film. Next card, one I pulled myself as well, Thunderous EX Full Art. X and Y6, again hoping for a 10. Isn't one of the most valuable cards in XY6, but since I pulled it myself, I really like to grade the cards I pull myself just because it's sort of like, well, number one, they have a really high chance of getting a 10 because they haven't been sent through the mail or anything like that. Yeah. So, plus it's just fun to grade the cards that you get yourself. Next card, another XY6 Full Art, Shaymin EX Full Art. I'm not a big fan of this card, but I mean it's selling for a ton of money on eBay, so I don't know how much a PSA 10 will be worth. Would really hope to get one of these in a PSA 10. It looks gem mint, it's Japanese, it should have a pretty good chance at getting a 10. Yeah, this card is just a little bland. In my opinion, they could have done a lot better with the artwork. Next Destiny's Shaymin is much better, and I mean, that's the third full art Shaymin. We had one in Next Destinies, we had one in the Radiant Collection, and now we have one in Emerald Break, or Roaring Skies, which I think is just too much. But, next card, again from X and Y6, another one that I pulled myself. I'm submitting all of the full arts and ultra rares that I pulled in XY6 myself. So here's this full art Winona that I pulled, looking very nice, again hoping for a 10, as I got it myself out of a pack. Really see nothing wrong with this card that would merit it going down to a 9 or an 8 or anything less than that. Now this next card is the other card that I really want in a PSA 10. It is first edition Groudon EX Full Art Japanese from Hail Blizzard. This card is really hard to get at a good price in mint condition. I've seen a bunch of them on eBay, but it's really tough to get this one in the condition you want. And this one it's gem mint. I know it's Japanese, so it's much easier to get in gem mint condition. But I mean, this just looks perfect. I'm really hoping for a 10. So if this gets a 10, I'll be very happy. I do have the English version in a PSA 9. If you guys can see that right there, the differences between those two. So really hoping for this in a 10. This is a great card. The artwork is really cool, so really hoping this is a 10. I have a ton of Groudons in this submission. The next, 4 cards are all Groudon. Next one, another one that you guys might not have seen. I'm submitting a Primal Groudon EX Full Art. I submitted this one earlier. It got a 9, and I sold that one, so purchased another one with the funds from that. I actually made about $50 off of grading it and getting it a 9, which I did not expect it to sell for what I listed it at, but it did, so able to pick up another. Will be grading this and really hoping for a 10. I mean, nothing wrong with it. So I do have the Primal Kyogre EX in a PSA 10. You guys can see that back there. And if I get the Mega Rayquaza in a PSA 10, I will have the full trio of their sort of Primal Megas in their full art PSA 10 Japanese versions. Next card is the Japanese deck exclusive Groudon EX. I think this is like Earth's Groudon EX or something like that. Very, very cool. Love the Crystal Shard Hollow effect on this card. It is first edition, and I pulled it myself out of the deck. I purchased a deck off of eBay and opened it up basically just to grade this card. I really like it. Love the old school Japanese EX cards. So this is going to be a card that I'm really hoping to get in a PSA 10. Centering looks great. I mean, maybe a little bit more on the right border than the left, but I really can't see anything wrong with it. Next card, some more Groudons, some more Crystal Shard Hollow Groudons at that. I have one of the lack of focus. Alright, come on. There we go. One of the Team Magma's Groudon EX Full Arts. This is the Japanese version from Double Crisis. Very nice card. I had an absolutely amazing Double Crisis booster box, so I was able to pull this card out, and very happy with this. Centering is a little off. I think the bottom border is a little bigger, but I hope that doesn't bring it down to a 9. But yeah, so really hoping this one gets a 10, as I love the artwork on it. Next up, if you guys haven't seen my Double Crisis booster box, go check it out, because I'm going to spoil all of the pulls right now. I managed to get 2 Team Aqua's Kyogre EX Full Arts out of that booster box. These are also Crystal Shard Hollow and also Gem Mint condition. Centering looks great on these. Really can't see any reason why they shouldn't be 10s. I've seen a bunch of 10s. I think Thorgene has some 10s. Guy at one of the forums that I was on, he has some 10s, so I don't know. I might be selling one if I get them both in a 10 or something like that, but love to have both the Groudon and the Kyogre EX full art from Double Crisis in a PSA 10. So that is going to do it for the Japanese cards. The majority of these cards that I'm submitting are Japanese, basically just because they're much easier to get in 10s, and yeah, English cards, submitting them and getting 9s on them, you really don't make that much money back. Some like a Mega Charizard or something like that, you might make some money, but really, I mean, I love grading Japanese cards just to basically get 10s on them, and if I find English cards that look good, and then I'll submit them, but I really don't collect English in PSA 10. So, on to the English cards. I have a Lysander Strunk card that I'll be submitting. I purchased a bunch of Lysander Strunk cards, I think maybe like 5 or 6 at the release date of Phantom Forces because I love the artwork. And I don't know, I have my PSA cards right by me right here, so I don't know if I can dig it out, but I actually, where is it? Sorry for the wait here, guys. I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to dig it up. But long story short, I was able to get the Lysander Strunk card in a PSA 10, but I do have a couple more that are PSA 10 worthy. This one's one of them. I was actually just talking with Hisoka107, if you guys know him on YouTube, and he was looking to purchase my PSA 10 Lysander Strunk card, but we could not agree on a price, which does kind of stink, as I'd love to help him out with his collection, but I also have to sell my cards at the right price. So hoping to get that one onto 10, and Hisoka, if you're watching, then if I get that one into 10, I'll definitely let you know, and we can work out a pretty good price for it. Next card, another one I pulled myself, Mega Groudon EX Full Art. Changing the lighting there, kind of stinks, but there we go. Mega Groudon EX Full Art. Lack of focus. Should be getting a new phone soon, which would increase my video quality, but there we go. Mega Groudon EX Full Art. This is the only card that I'm submitting that I have doubts about, or like serious doubts about it getting a 10. These Primal Clash cards are really hard to get. They're in PSA 10, even PSA 9. So I don't know if you guys can see, there's a couple nicks in the corner there, a little bit down in this corner, just like little tiny things. So I think maybe if it was missing a couple of them, then it would have a good chance at a 10, but I really don't think this one's going to get a 10. You might say, oh, why are you submitting it? It's a Mega Groudon EX Full Art. It's one of my favorite cards. I had the Japanese version in a 10, and I think even getting the English version in a 9 would really complement that. So, got a couple more cards, and then that'll do it for this submission. I'm submitting 18 cards. I don't know if I've already said that. Next one, another card I pulled myself. Shaymin EX Full Art, out of Next Destinies. Got a bunch of Next Destinies packs and opened them up. And pulled the Shaymin EX Full Art. Another lack of focus. But there we go. I think this is the best looking Shaymin EX Full Art out of the 3 that we have. So, very nice card. Hoping for a 10. There's really not that much wrong with it. It's a little off-center. The bottom border isn't as big as the top border, but I think it's still within like the, 60-40, and the centering on the sides is really nice. So, hopefully this one will get a 10, but we won't know until we get the returns back from PSA. I think the turnaround time is 30 days, but I've been hearing that PSA is going a bit quicker. These last two cards are, this is Zekrom Full Art. Pulled this myself again. This is a lot of cards that I pulled myself. But I pulled it like a really long time ago, like right when I started collecting Pokemon cards. I got it out of a tin or something, and it wasn't back when I was protecting my cards, but I wasn't like sleeving and top-loading them right after I got them. I put it in a binder, or I think it was like just in a tin on top of some other cards. But it's Gem Mint, which is really cool. I don't know the difference between, there's like a gray background Zekrom and a black background Zekrom. I believe this is the gray background one. On the camera it might look black, but I I can tell you it is the gray background one. Don't really know if that makes a difference or anything, but this one, it's gem mint. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it on the back, and I will be astounded if this does not get a 10. There might be like a scratch or two or something on it that might mean that it's not a 10. I mean, these full art cards are really prone to scratching, these earlier ones where they aren't textured, but it should be a 10. So really hoping for that to come back a 10. And the last card, Rayquaza EX from EX Dragon. Did not pull this myself. Purchased it again when I started collecting, and it just looks really nice. Really happy with it. Hoping for a 10. Not much to say about it. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this PSA submission. Got some absolutely epic cards that are going to be going off to PSA. I'll just select maybe 3 or 4 that I think are the best, and we'll do a little thumbnail shot with those cards, just so that I can show you guys what's the best, or what I'm really hoping for 10s on, and have a nice little thumbnail for my video. So these are the cards that I'm really hoping for PSA 10s on. So that's going to do it for this submission. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more videos.